You. Are you just a prediction of your brain? Why do you feel about the world the way you do? Your sense of hunger, your energy level, and especially your emotions are not just objective reactions to what state you're in, but predictions. Your brain's prediction of what you'll need soon or need to be ready for. You're probably used to getting food or going to bed roughly around the same time. And as the time approaches, your brain releases hormones to prepare you. A self-fulfilling prophecy. You get hungry or tired because your brain assumes this is the time when this is needed. This is the most striking thing about your emotions. They aren't just reactions to the outside world, they're predictions. Imagine stepping into a room you've never been in before. Before you even process what's in front of you, your brain is already at work, filling in the gaps, making assumptions, and preparing your body for what it expects to happen next. You're not just passively experiencing the world, you're predicting it. Your hunger, your energy levels, and even your emotions are not just reactions to your surroundings. They are predictions, carefully crafted by your brain based on past experiences. Think about your daily routine. You eat at specific times, sleep at a certain hour, and your brain prepares you for these moments. If it's close to lunchtime, you start feeling hungry, not necessarily because your body desperately needs food at that very second, but because your brain anticipates that you will. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy, one that influences everything from how tired you feel to how you interpret the events of your day. But it doesn't stop there. Your emotions, too, are predictions. When you walk into a party, your brain isn't just waiting to see how things unfold. It has already analyzed your past experiences and decided what emotions you should feel before you even step in. If you've had fun at similar gatherings, it primes you for excitement. If you once felt anxious at a party, your brain remembers and prepares you for that same reaction again. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and suddenly you're feeling anxious. Not necessarily because the situation calls for it, but because your brain told you to be. This might sound like you're at the mercy of your own brain, as if you're just following a script it wrote without your input. But here's the twist. You're not just a passenger in this process. You have the power to rewrite the script. Your conscious mind is a storyteller. It weaves together a narrative of your life, and your brain listens closely, even though your subconscious handles most of the decision-making throughout your day. Your conscious thoughts shape the long-term direction of your experiences. If your brain is a butler handling the logistics, your conscious mind is the master deciding where to go. This means you can intervene. If your brain predicts anxiety at a party, you have the power to challenge that assumption. You can remind yourself of times when you felt at ease, reframe the experience, and slowly reshape how your brain responds in the future. It takes time, but every moment you challenge an old prediction, you're reprogramming your internal machine to work in your favor. The power of storytelling doesn't just apply to emotions, it extends to the way you perceive the world itself. Your brain edits your memories as they happen, reconstructing reality in a way that aligns with its predictions. It doesn't just record events, it interprets them. Two people can experience the same moment differently because their brains tell them different stories about what happened. This means that the way you frame your experiences, how you interpret setbacks, opportunities, and challenges, shapes your reality. Your eyes are your primary window to the world, but even that window is an illusion. What you think you see isn't the raw, unfiltered world. It's a heavily edited version, put together by your brain to create a coherent picture. Surprisingly, only a small fraction of your visual field is actually in high resolution. If you were to pause and truly focus on what's in front of you, you'd notice that most of what you see is actually a blur. But your brain doesn't let you notice this. It stitches together images, fills in gaps, and gives you the illusion of a clear and seamless view of the world. You don't see everything. You see what your brain expects you to see. This means that what you think is reality is really a construct. Your brain filters out unnecessary details, emphasizing what it deems important. That's why two people can witness the same event and remember it differently. It's why optical illusions exist. It's why sometimes you don't notice something obvious until someone points it out. Your brain is constantly curating your experience, prioritizing what aligns with its predictions and discarding what doesn't. If your brain is shaping reality for you, then it stands to reason that you can influence the way it does so. The trick is to become an active participant in the process. Instead of letting your brain's old predictions dictate your emotions, reactions, and worldview, you can train it to see things differently. This isn't about forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It's about recognizing that your emotions and perceptions are flexible. They are not fixed truths. If you believe you are someone who struggles with social anxiety, your brain will continue to feed you experiences that reinforce that belief. But if you start introducing new stories, reminding yourself of times when you felt comfortable, challenging old assumptions, and consciously reframing how you see situations, your brain will begin to adjust. This applies to every aspect of life. If you constantly tell yourself that you're unlucky, your brain will highlight every setback and downplay every success, reinforcing the narrative. But if you shift your perspective, focusing on moments of luck, reminding yourself of resilience, and acknowledging the opportunities hidden in challenges, your reality starts to shift. The world you see is not an objective truth. It is a personal reality, shaped by predictions, filtered by expectations, and colored by memories. But the good news is that you have the power to shape it. You may not be able to rewrite the past, but you can change how your brain interprets the present, which in turn shapes the future. You are not just a passive observer in this life. You are the storyteller, and the story you choose to tell will determine the world you see.